If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So today I wanted to talk about something that I'm really excited for and that I think a lot of you guys could also get really excited for. And these are some hints that I've accumulated over the past couple of weeks and months, and just something that I've kind of had the feeling for and something that I've actually been imagining and dreaming about for some time now. Because we got several hints for a collaborative project or tape or album or whatever it will be from Lil Durk and Lil Baby. Now, if you've been watching the channel for some time, you know that I'm a big Lil Baby fan, and the reason that is because I really respect his work ethic, and when I listen to his music, I feel like, I'm also empowered to just grind and just, put in the work and get the recognition for it, because that is really his story. And if you've been also following me on Twitter, which you definitely should, by the way, link is in the description, you also know that I recently tweeted that Durk is my favorite rapper right now, and that is for the same reason. I've been listening to his album The Voice, and also, some stuff he dropped last year, like Just Cause Y'all Waited Too, on repeat for the, past several weeks. And that is for the same exact reason I just explained that I listened to Baby for. Because listening to Durk's music kind of gives me the feeling of also being, kind of underdog and, kind of being still being successful with it and just putting in the work and all that. It just kind of empowers me to put in work. And that is why I've always liked both of these artists independently. But recently, they've collaborated on the deluxe edition for Lil Durk's The Voice album on a track called Finesse Out the Gangway, which also a video dropped for, and ever since it dropped, I've been in love with the track. It's of course nothing, groundbreaking, music shaking, music innovative, but it's just a really cool track. I listened to that track while working out. It's just, it goes hard. And Lil Baby's verse on there is amazing. Like, I always skip to Baby's part and then just have it on replay. Like, that verse that Baby put out there is amazing. Also, the video they shot at Icebox for that, amazing. But anyway, so the two of them, are of course in direct contact. They've, called each other out on or shouted each other out on several tracks already. They've shown love for each other. They've collaborated in the past too. Lil Durk was on Lil Baby and Gunna's Off-White V-Lone off the Drip Harder tape, or Lil Baby was also featured on Lil Durk's Just Cause Y'all Waited, the first one on How I Know, which is an amazing track too. But now we've actually got some hints to a collaborative project between the two. It all started with them kind of, always hanging out around each other and people assuming that there was something going on. But then Lil Durk dropped a post that is still up to this day, which says 100K comments, me and Lil Baby gonna drop our tape, The Voice X The Hero. And the last time I checked, this post had actually gotten over 150,000 comments, so that benchmark is of course reached, but of course that was just a kind of a gimmick to get his social media flowing and all that. But still, that made me kind of get my hopes up for this tape to drop. Then Lil Baby reposted this post on his story the day after, which unfortunately the story is not up anymore. I didn't take a screenshot, but he basically said at Lil Durk, stop playing with him, or something along the lines of that. So he was acknowledging that. We've also seen several more artists comment under Lil Durk's posts, like DJ Bands or Moneybagg Yo or Nav, kind of like, saying like, yeah, let's do this, let's go. Of course, the reference here, The Voice is Lil Durk and The Hero is Lil Baby. That's kind of their connection to all this. Just the fact that Lil Baby also reposted this made me get my hopes up for this. And then the other day, we also got a story post from Lil Baby that reposted a picture from a very, pretty unknown account called Kenneth Wynn, which only has about 8,000 followers, so it's really small, or rather small. And he captioned it with "so soon," and it was a picture of him and Durk. And when you actually go onto that account and look at the post of that, or rather the post that Lil Baby then reposted, The caption says, "Late nights, early mornings, The Voice X The Hero." So also again referring to this The Voice X The Hero concept that Lil Durk was also playing on when he originally made his posts on his account. But in this case, Lil Baby is the one now putting that out there. Lil Durk hasn't responded to this post yet, but it's pretty sure that Lil Durk is also down to drop this or down to do this because he has expressed that too. Now, there were also several other hints on Lil Baby's story the other day that I was just kind of skipping through and being like, oh, this is getting real, which unfortunately they're not up anymore. But after he reposted this picture from this really small account that kind of announced this project, it's pretty sure that this is coming. Like, the Lil Durk x Lil Baby tape is dropping sometime soon. And I kind of can imagine that it's already recorded, it's already done, just from the fact that Lil Durk said, yo, 100k comments and let's drop this. So they obviously have something. We know that they're, pretty good friends in private, and that they really mess with each other's music, and they have been in the studio together for some time now, so they obviously have something cooked up. And Lil Durk is probably also going to be featured on a lot of new Lil Baby stuff that's coming out in the future, be it Lamborghini Boys, be it the album after that, or this new collaborative tape. As we already mentioned, the title for this tape could be The Voice X The Hero, or as this other post said, it could be Late Nights, Early Mornings, just because that was what this one post from this very small account said, and Lil Baby also reposted that. Now, kind of my hopes for this project, I think that both of their sounds can combine very well. I think that they both are able to kind of capture that essence of being on the come up, being an underdog, being on their grind. As I already explained, that is the reason why I listen to these people. Like Lil Durk and Lil Baby give me the feeling of being that underdog that just wants to be successful, and that makes me want to go and put in the work. And that is why listening to their music is kind of a positive feedback loop for me, and that's why I've been listening to their music. So for them to do a tape together is something that I could only have dreamed about, and I'm so happy that it's actually happening. So this is really exciting. Lil Durk x Lil Baby, Late Nights, Early Mornings, The Hero x The Voice, however it will be called in the end, is dropping sometime soon. We basically got confirmation from both artists, and this is very, very exciting. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for a Lil Baby, Lil Durk project? Have you been waiting for this? How did you like their last collaboration, Finesse Out the Gangway? And what are you looking forward to coming from both of these artists in the future? Let me know down in the comments, and let's have a discussion about this. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.